show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now, without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, like I said before, grand opening, grand closing. It's almost like as soon as the trial began, where we seen the alleged kill, well, it's not even alleged no more. The people that took young Dolph's life, we seen him go on trial, and the trial pretty much ended. With straight drop, the verdict being he's guilty on all 3 counts of conspiracy to commit first degree M, and convicted felon in possession of a firearm. Now, as y'all know, it was him and another guy by the name of Cornelius Smith who was accused of taking young Dolph's life. And it seems like instead of straight drop, Cornelius was the one that was the guy that, I guess you want to say, bit the cheese or cooperated. Now, Cornelius would go as far as saying that CMG had something to do with it, alleging that CMG paid $100,000 to have young Dolph's life taken away. Now, by CMG, he did specify that it was Big Jook who put $100,000 on young Dolph's head, and that's what led them to do what they did. Now, to be honest with you, I personally felt, like I told y'all before, everything was placed on Big Jook because at the end of the day, he's not here no more. So it's easier to put everything on him without them furthering or looking into CMG and who had problems with young Dolph and why it may come from anywhere else, because everything could be put on Big Jook, and that's when the case is over. You know, a dead person can't talk. So at the end of the day, whether Big Jook did have something to do with it, whether he did put the bounty on Dolph's head or not, he's not here to defend himself, leading us to believe, being that there's a cooperator, that Big Jook did put the hit on young Dolph. Now, before I even get into this, let me say this. They're lucky they sped this up and the feds had nothing to do with it, because if they did, and if the feds did want to dig a little deeper, they would see that there's more to the story than what we were being told. I feel a lot has been left out within that trial. I thought we was going to see a little more, but of course we didn't. And as an end result, like I said, everything was put on straight drop in Cornelius, and they are the fall guys. In return to that, Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, who was the one going around trolling the whole situation, as we've seen, he has been given life without the possibility of parole. Basically, he's never going to see the light of day again, unless some type of appeal, or I don't know how it may turn out. But as far as we know, that's pretty much it. Now, like I said before, I think it's more to the story than we're being told. And this message that Straight Drop put out there after the verdict was read and he's been found guilty pretty much confirms that. However, Straight Drop is saying that he's not no snitch, so whatever you want to know is not going to come from him, but there is a little more to the story. And it's like kind of in the undertones of what he's saying. Now, you know what's also crazy about this whole situation? I guess he's staying solid to the street code of not snitching and not telling, which is kind of crazy because, as we heard during the trial, these guys didn't receive the right money they were supposed to receive in the first place. So at the end of the day, y'all did something. Y'all came through on y'all part and did what y'all did, but y'all wasn't paid or given what you were supposed to be given. And somehow he still, I guess, wants to remain loyal, right? Cornelius Smith said he only got about $800. How crazy is that? For taking somebody's life, this man got $800. Not just anybody's life, neither. A millionaire's life, which is crazy. And now you're going to spend the rest of your life behind bars, all for $800. You know, these are the type of thoughts that you have when it's already too late and you're sitting in the cell and you got to think about it. Like, I really just took this man's life and threw my life away as well for $800. You know, I could have got a regular job for that. You know, it's crazy. But anyway, we're going to get into what Straight Drop had to say, as well as Rollo. As y'all know, Rollo has been very vocal in everything that's been going on concerning this Dolph trial. And he had something to say after the verdict was read about Straight Drop pretty much going to jail for the rest of his life. Now, before we do all that, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Now, Straight Drop would take to his Instagram account as soon as the verdict was read, and he would take to his IG story to say, quote, "These N-words taking criminal responsibility, I'm taking street responsibility. Regardless, I'm forever the biggest. They could throw away the keys before I ever eat the cheese." Blood emoji. DJ Academics will repost the story, and Rollo will get in the comments and have something to say in regards to what he's seen. Rollo Fam Goon would say, quote, "That life sentence saved your life, my boy." Now, he was very specific in the emojis, and we got to pay attention to this because, you know, guys, they be putting subliminal messages out there where you later find out that this meant that or that, who knows. But he put 3 blood emojis, and who knows what it means. But the part that I was intrigued in is when he said, "They can throw away the keys before I ever eat the cheese." Now, that tells us that it's more to the story, because he's saying that he's not going to eat the cheese, which means snitch, which means that he got more knowledge as well as Cornelius Smith. It's just that he's not going to do what Cornelius Smith did. He's not going to get on the stand and tell, but I wonder what's the information that he has. You know, because I also feel that Cornelius knew more, but for some reason, it's like he selectively said certain things, or he was selectively questioned. He wasn't really asked like real in-depth questions to like really solidify anybody else being involved. It was mostly just geared towards getting him to say that Big Jook was the one that did it, or Big Jook was the one that paid, Big Jook this, Big Jook that. The only thing he made clear was that Straight Drop's lawyer came from CMG, in which we already knew that because we was told that before. If y'all remember earlier in the case, when neither one of them had a lawyer, suddenly Straight Drop popped up with a paid attorney, while Cornelius Smith still didn't have no attorney. And it was, you know, rumored that Straight Drop got an attorney from CMG. Come to find out, $50,000 was paid towards his lawyer, according to Cornelius. And where Straight Drop get that money from? You know, so Cornelius came out and said that the lawyer came from CMG themselves. They paid what, around $50,000, something like that, dollars for him to have an attorney. And yeah, you know, but like I said, now that Straight Drop said that he would never bite the cheese, I wonder what is it that he can talk about. I'm pretty sure he could say a lot. And you know what's crazy? The crazy part is he keeps saying he the biggest, he's the that. But when you look at the surveillance footage, it really wasn't him that did the damage when it came to young Dolph. Remember, he came out second. You know, he already kind of looked finicky coming out the car, to the point where they were saying that he looked like he was kind of scared. But it was Cornelius Smith that had the assault rifle that was firing into the store, in which ultimately led to Dolph being hit so many times. Remember, they said that Dolph was hit about 22 times, right? In his face, arm, torso, everywhere. And judging from the surveillance, I can't say that Straight Drop was the one that pretty much did it. Now, yeah, he probably got some shots in, but he had a handgun. You know, and Cornelius was the first one to get out and start shooting, and then they ran. So, I don't know. But anyway, I just found this interesting on Straight Drop's behalf, because he has been found guilty, and yet he's still trying to stick to this quote-unquote street code. And he letting us know that it may be more to it, but he's not snitching. All right, so y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think it's more that Straight Drop knows or can say? And if so, what do you think it is? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.